I'm alone a lot for most of the time in my life. At least currently. It's gotten to the point where moments where I have these waves of voidness inside of me where I don't laugh, I don't cry, I don't feel happy for like a few months on end. Then it goes away, then it comes back again. And the coming back part is the worst part, but it's just happening more and more and more. And I know you're all thinking, what is this like 9-year-old got to be so sad about? It's because I'm a high schooler. Being a high schooler at 4'11", and everyone assumes that you're 9 years old, but being 14 is just a constant reminder how you're not enough. And you'll never live up to anyone's standards. And the one girl you like wouldn't even think of being with you because you're 4'11". Why would she? Why would? And you'd think like people in this situation are like, well, at least I have my friends. All of them are fake. I don't really meet people outside of school, and obviously everyone in school is fake. I don't like meet people at parks or like on the street. Like, I'm obviously meeting everyone at school. And all of them are fakes. Of course, in my eyes, they're real with other people. And I see on their little Snapchat stories, like they're having so much fun with everyone else. And then I'm like, oh, I want to post me having fun on my stories. And I ask people, all dodging my words. So maybe, possibly, I'll get myself to cry in this video without forcing it, but I doubt it. And I just pray every single day that I grow that I don't look like that one of the kids' little brothers in my friend group, and I don't sound like the little brother in my friend's group. But I mean, I don't really have a friend group at all, because they have friend groups. They have people they hang out with often. I don't. Once school hours are up, no one cares about me. No one thinks, hey, I wonder where Henry is. I wonder where Hendrix is. No one thinks that. Because if they would get in contact with me. And I do have this childhood best friend that I've known since like preschool, but he's changed now. He's just like mogging me, and I look like a fan. every time I hang out with him. I mean, he is everything I want. He is way more. We were like 2 feet tall when we were best friends in pre-K, but now he's like 6 inches taller than me, and he has a girlfriend. Can't relate. Everyone likes him. Can't relate. And obviously I don't hate him. It's just there's another kid named Mason who for the last year, I'm just gonna say this is 8th grade. I'm in 9th grade now. This is 8th grade I'm talking about. In 8th grade, I had a bunch of classes with this Mason character, and all I did was just chase him around, and I was like a fan. Because he always had a girlfriend, he was so tall, and the people like literally came up to me and asked me questions about Mason because they saw that I hung out with him a lot. I mean, he was like a fucking celebrity. He was everything I ever wanted in life. I mean, he had a well put together, mentally stable family with a younger brother, a mom and a dad who are upper middle class. Well, I'm short, am in the embodiment of a 9-year-old when I'm 14, and I live in a broken household with a bunch of schizophrenics. And that's not, like, I can't change that. I'm not just gonna ditch Mason just because he has life better than me. He got blessed with a better life than me. I'm not gonna... But there was one instance where it was a fight or flight moment. If he really gave a shit, it was the ultimate test if I was a fan or if he was an actual genuine friend. It was... So every once in a while, there's this little festival near where I live, and it's like a carnival celebrating the end of the season, or the end of the summer, and it was like one of my favorite things ever. I loved it so much, and I went to it every year since I was like 5. But I obviously... That summer, I have tried again to schedule hangouts, kids from school. Did you think any of them said yes? Fuck no. Because all of them don't care. They obviously have other shit going on. I can't relate. I'm sitting at fucking home all day where my mom's at work, my sister's hanging out with her friends and her boyfriend, but I'm sitting at home. And I'm like the only person I know that doesn't have shit going on in life. And then all the people around me are too busy with the shit that they do have in life for me to have shit going on in my life. And then my mom comes in my room and sees me on my phone all the time, because what am I gonna do? Hang out, chill at a McDonald's by myself and talk to myself? I already talked to myself. Who else am I supposed to talk to? It's like a fucking in that one Tom Hanks movie where he talks to the volleyball with the blood painted volleyball for company. He's stranded on an island all alone. Who the fuck is he else gonna talk to? He's gonna start talking to himself. And I have so little people who give enough of a shit about me to care what I'm venting about. There are people who care about me in life, but they don't really. There's like a line of like caring enough about me. There's a line of like I don't know. Everyone, I guess there's multiple people who have different lines, but ultimately no one has enough of a care to hear me vent. My mom is literally a therapist. Couldn't care less. 'Cause she's divorced 2018. And she's the babysitter, she's the maid, she takes care of the dog, she takes care of the kids, she's the breadwinner, and she's a stay-at-home mom, like, and so much more all in one. Why would she have enough time to hear me vent or to hear or care about my problems? Like, obviously, anytime I do vent to her, she's like visibly trying to like give me comfort, but deep down I really know that she just doesn't have that much care, and she has way bigger things on her plate. What else? Sometimes I want to take baths alone when I'm sad at night, but my sister is cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. She's been to the suicide prevention clinic, or what's that thing called? The little facility where you're not allowed to leave for a week in order to, if you try to kill yourself. Mental hospital, I'll just say. Children's mental hospital. And she's been there like multiple times. Like, I went there one time a while ago, and like they're like, oh, you're what's her name's sister? Or what's her name's brother? She's like a fucking celebrity here. And she just is super delusional. She has the mindset of a psychopath, and like she's smart, like she's really smart, but she only uses her intelligence to better herself, like to get money, to scam money out of people she loves, or to secretly smoke weed with her friends. And sometimes I wish I kind of had some sort of drug or some pain reliever to take off the shittiness of my life, but I don't. And I'm just in this complex void of not like wanting to be in my life, but like I don't obviously want to kill myself. I don't want to die. And then it just gets lower and lower and lower till I take killing myself into thought. And I thought maybe it would work out. I mean, like, people would finally take notice into who I am. People would finally talk about me. People would know that I'm, like, always hiding a smile behind wanting to die and never wanting to come to school again. And wanting to fly away and sneak on a plane into fucking Luxembourg and be an orphan there. And maybe some mentally stable family will take me. That is what I'm hiding behind a big, fat, joyous smile all day at school. And maybe people will realize, holy shit, maybe Hendrix wasn't okay. And I should have checked in on him more. God, I have just played that thought into my head thousands of times. And I'm probably gonna post, I vented on my YouTube channel, and then list my YouTube channel on my public Snapchat store just because of how desperate I am of acknowledgement. And then, like, it just feels like everyone's life is just so great and incredible compared to mine. And again, I just get these little cycles of emptiness, and I just am unable to cry, I'm unable to laugh, I'm unable to feel happy. And I'm just like stuck venting to myself into YouTube, because again, no one really could give two shits. I mean, my mom is, again, I'm repeating myself, my mom is literally a therapist, but she's a stay-at-home mom who's taking care of two crazy kids while taking care of two dogs and while cleaning shit up and hiring nannies and hiring and doing taxes and shit. She doesn't have enough, she has a little bit of time to hear me vent, but she doesn't have enough mental care to hear me vent. Because every time I vent, I bet she's just thinking like, oh, I need to add that to the Apple Calendar. Will I make it in time? I need to set an alarm for this time on my phone. But that's just my mom. Like, that's just one example out of many. Like, I can't vent to my friends because obviously... Shit, did I finish the Mason story? No, I don't think I did. Okay. Anyways, I'll just set it up now. There was this kid named Mason who I fucked with for a while. In like 8th, 6th, all of middle school. I'm just gonna say all of middle school. And then in 8th grade, he got his growth spurt, and he finished getting his growth spurt, and he was like 5'11". He's literally a foot taller than me. Literally a foot taller than me. An exact 1 foot taller than me. And he gets all these girlfriends, and all these women are asking him out, and he has this perfect little family with all mentally stable family members, and in a good neighborhood, in with good income, and he doesn't have to worry like, are we gonna go bankrupt? Like Mason doesn't have to worry like, shit, are we gonna get evicted? No, Mason never has to worry about that. In my opinion, Mason's life is fucking perfect, at least compared to mine. Obviously, everyone has their own levels, but compared to mine, shit is all hunky-dory for him. And I was friends with him, again, for all of middle school. And this is 8th grade. Again, obviously all of his blessings compared to my sins. I can't just unfriend him and leave him just because of that. And so later, middle school ended and it was summer. I didn't really get a birthday. My mom didn't really. I was sharing. My sister went to this Outward Bound thing all summer. And so she had a big old party for leaving and going away. No, it was for coming back, I think. I think it was for coming back. Yeah. She had all and I had to share that with my birthday and me graduating middle school. Of course, she outshines me and everything. Like, everyone's praising her for her birthday, but then for her going on that big old trip, but then I am just like left in the corner. Birthday, nobody cares. Graduated middle school, nobody cares. But that's not what I'm going down a rabbit hole. My point is, I made plans and asked all these people, like, yo, we should, we should hang out, like, time and a place, blah, blah, blah. And obviously, they don't give a fuck about me. They're all so busy. But there was one, Mason. I really wanted to put it to the test if he was a genuine friend or if I was just a fan. And obviously, when I asked, there's this festival that I go to every year celebrating the end of summer, and I was going to invite him to it. And obviously, I wasn't going to reject him right then and there if he had plans. Like, he could have definitely had plans that day. But it lasts for 3 days. So that's also another marking. And still, even if he has plans for those 3 days, it's really all about the delivery. If he's like, yo, man, I'm really sorry. Like, I just got shit to do. Let me make it up to you. Like, I'm free here, then, and there. Like, that's, like, what a real friend would do. But then, this is what Mason did. It was the last day it was the 3rd out of 3 days of the festival's lastings. And I say, yo, bro, you got any, like, updates? Like, can you come? And he said, nah, I got a concussion from football. And I was like, what? Like, are you sure? Like, can I have some proof? Like, obviously, yeah, it's kind of rude in a lot of people's perspectives, like, if he really got a concussion, like, and I'm asking him, like, give me proof. But, like, with all of the people rejecting me, all the girls rejecting me and calling me ugly, and all the guys, all of my friends shooting down hangouts, I've just obviously just heard it, all of it. I've heard everything. Every excuse you could possibly give me. And then, fuck, I lost my train of thought. And then I asked, and then Mason sent me, like a low quality screenshot of him that's apparently his proof of getting concussed, and he was like, tough shit, sorry, can't go. Obviously he didn't say those exact words, but like, he didn't really care that much. And like, even no matter how much I like vented to him, I literally vented to him in Snapchat chats, and like explained to him like this was the big test to see, like, and I hung out with no one last summer. No one said yes, not a single person. And Mason was also kind of going to the festival, was also kind of my redemption. Maybe it would be, all that loneliness would maybe be worth it. And I vented all that to him, and he still didn't care. He still didn't even apologize, or like apologize into the fact of like seeing my view of things. Like, he's like, got a concussion from football, tough shit, suck a dick. And I was just like, he obviously didn't say those exact words. But still, he didn't really take my side of the story very well. And he like, and when I vented to him and like say like I hung out with no one this summer, like you're kind of my last hope, he didn't care. He just like passed that off. And I just feel like a real friend wouldn't do that. And someone that's real would like really think of something. Think of some way to like try to like fix something inside of me. Like, he did not care. Not even a little bit. At least that's what he presented. And if he's not even presenting any emotion to me, or any sorrow or any pity to me, like, as a minimum, like, he's just not a real friend, and he didn't. So, I mean, I just don't talk to him anymore. And it's like Mason's not even the only one. It's just no one really fucks with me. And that's just the way it is. At the beginning of this, I said, I'll see if I'll cry. Because I've mentioned many times I'm in this void of not having the emotion to cry or laugh or feel any happiness. And during that, nothing, not even the saddest thing in the world, could make me cry. Not the funniest thing in the world. Maybe the funniest thing in the world, I would giggle like a couple times, but like then I'll just move on. So, all I ask for the viewer, if you made it this far, if you think your life is shitty as hell, just please take it into retrospect. And, think, do I live in, a happy home with, good, nurturing parents that actually, provide for me and actually, support me? Do I, do I get judged all the time? And do I get insulted to my face every day? Just take those thoughts into retrospect and just to think. Maybe just possibly some people might just have it worse. Obviously, I always think when I'm saying shit like this, I sound like, oh, fucking emo boy, 2020 TikTok Bart Simpson, sad Bart Simpson, but shit really is that way.